like I can feel it hitting my sinuses.
Yeah. Crazy. That's crazy. All right, hi everybody. How's everybody doing today? Happy Tuesday. Happy Georgia for you, Thomas. See how it goes down, right? See how it shakes out.
Oh yeah.
I was like, Thomas, for Pete's
Yeah,
sake.
that's today.
Yeah, it's today.
Holy crap, I'm excited.
Thomas. The runoff elections in Georgia.
Because if the Republicans lose Georgia, we lose the Senate. That means we lose the government, basically.
I gotta give Thomas like at least 2 seconds to rant about the
I'm not happy.
Were you in there? Were you in there with this? Were you in that class last semester with him? No.
Yeah.
Can I say one word?
All right, here's my plan today.
Hey, I have a question.
Yes.
I want your thoughts on one thing.
Okay.
So, just the other day, Nancy Pelosi for voted to be the Speaker of the House again, okay, right? She let COVID positive people come in there so that they could vote for her. What do you think about
I
that?
don't know anything about it.
You should look that up. You should.
All right, here's our plan. We're still shooting for the test on Friday. We'll see how it goes. If it's like, like you're like, oh, come on. Okay, that sort of thing, we can move it back. But there's 20 of them. What I'd like to do today to start is to do something that we did for the first time last semester and go around and pronounce these words. Okay, just see how you're going to do it. So I'm going to open up the Quizlet. I'm going to go with the muscle test 4. I'll put the picture up on the screen, and I'll also put the flashcards up. Okay, so then they'll play Quiz Live, and then I want to start talking about the last muscles, which is Mackenzie's muscle, and that's the yeah. All right, so okay, Delaney, I'm going to start with you. Sorry, just that's the way it goes, right? Okay, and again, kind of the idea here is, and you could follow along with me if you want, or you can just look at the screen. Again, 20 of these. I'll show the muscle, and then I want you to see if you can pronounce it, and then I'll tell you if you're right or wrong. Okay? How about this one? Pectoralis major. Great job. Pectoralis minor. Fantastic. Okay, we'll go back to Brandon. This was a tough one. Let's see if you can get it. Very close. Serratus anterior. Serratus anterior. These are those, like they're right there, right by the pecs, Oh yeah, right on your ribs. You get ripped, you get those little puppies will. You know how to work. Nobody had this one, did they? Nobody had the serratus anterior. Do you have serratus anterior in here? There's a really interesting exercise for this muscle, and you should try it if you're into like working out and stuff. You lay flat on your back, okay? Take 2 dumbbells, okay? Right? And then you push them up, okay? And then you push them up more, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, because you can put, like, if you're laying flat on your back, you can take like 2 dumbbells and you can push them up, right? But then you extend just a little bit more, and that's how you work that serratus anterior. All the superheroes have that muscle. Okay, let's go back to Logan. Rhomboid minor. Good job. Notice that's the smaller one. Okay, Jaslyn it back. Oh, sorry. Here, this one. Rhomboid major. Great. Thomas. Trapezius. Great job. Great job. Trapezius. Your traps. Okay, by the way, if you do put traps, I'm not going to count. It's trapezius. Let's get, do the whole thing. Like that's the pets. Trapezius, yeah? All right, here we go. Deltoid, right? There's nice shoulders. Okay? That's okay. Good job. Latissimus dorsi, right? So remember dorsiflexion, plantar flexion. Okay, latissimus, these are your lats, swimmers. You got swimmers in here, right? Do we have some? Yeah, there you go. You ever look at like Michael Phelps's lats? Like it's like he's got wings back there. It's unbelievable. Okay, Now, this one's a hard one to see, but notice we've got the spine of the scapula, right? Okay, so Aliala. Yeah, supraspinatus, yeah. Or that also worked too. Okay, notice that's above, so it's in that supraspinatus fossa, right? Okay, so now the next one is below, so yeah, infraspinatus, fantastic. Okay, these are all part of the rotator cuff. You guys ever hear rotator cuff, right? We've got those four. I'm gonna read some to you in a second. I keep forgetting about it. Okay, so Blake, how about this one? Teres minor, and this one? Oh, yep.
Teres major.
Teres major, good. All right, next, here we go. Yep,
Subscapularis.
subscapularis, yeah, so this is on the anterior side, and so it's like if you rip off my pec, it's gonna be on that anterior side of the scapula, so that's why it's like subscapularis, it's like below all that other stuff. Okay, here's the easy one here. Biceps brachii, good, and now come on, think about this one. Coracobrachialis, okay? Anytime you hear break, that Brock, that's gonna mean arm. Okay, Maddie in the back. Brachialis, okay? All right, Dylan. Okay, that's okay. It's the one at the back here. Do you know that one at all? Yeah, triceps brachii. Yep, fantastic. Good. Okay. Yep. Sorry, Michael. Yep. It's a tough one. Yeah, you got it. Brachio, mean arm, and then on that radius, right? Brachioradialis. Okay. How about this one? This is supinator, right? What do you think that muscle's going to do? Supinate, right? Pronate, or so remember, pronation, supination. Okay, that's supination. And then this one's kind of a tough one. Yeah, good. Anconius, fantastic, fantastic. Okay, the rest of you guys get off the hook right there. Okay, so those are the muscles for this test. Let's play a little Quizlet live. Okay, and see. We'll do. I'd like to do 2 individuals, and I'd like to do teams as well. Because there's some people that are right on it.
Do you not have any online in this class?
I guess you do. But there's some kids. No, I do have some kids online. Here, let's see if I just freeze this for a second. This works. I'm supposed to have 1, 2.
Oh my God, I remember that.
He's gonna go
Check out that one
virtual,
stuff.
and then
Yes, that looks like
he's
Santa Claus.
absent. So, but these. Like only for quizzes.
So do you have to have them ask every day?
That's weird. Right?
For what? Your sister? I know. but on the faculty discussion,
Yo, yo.
You can delete the second Tristan. Go without the C.
This one?
Yeah. Excellent.
No worries. Are you dog water? I'll take it. Here we go. Nice. Somebody's got to get her.
Is she the new Kate Miller?
Pretty much is.
You should have had a Keg's class, man. They've got like high competitors.
We had a bounding on him.
Yeah, now it's like in the same class. It's like like the quiz is crazy in my 6th period class. It's Raven, Addison, Caden, who else is in there? It's like Elise,
No one has the team.
Covalicious. It's not. Good job. All right. Okay, so nice job. The number. Oh no.
Yeah. Caden used to just sit
Okay,
there. And,
sorry. Enter it one more time.
Caden used to just sit there and just wait for us to answer. Because he
Yeah,
was
right.
so far ahead.
Sorry, do it again. My bad. Who we waiting on? There were 22, now there's 20.
Well, I'm on. We'll look at laptop. I'm sure. There you go. Oh, yeah. Apple season over here.
I have to go see it.
Too much, sadly.
There's 22. I haven't watched a single game yet. I'm getting mad. Screw my whole thing. I went to every
63 to 62.
Here's your teams.
Oh, this is great.
And I got culture
Hey,
chart.
all out.
First one,
Let's take my laptop.
second one, I put it in the ball.
You guys ready?
And they.
Biceps.
So I wrote it back. I'm like, that's not fun.
Jay's biceps.
This sucks. Oh, I did. I didn't click it.
Hey, near the end of the period, we take this up to
I haven't gotten any of these wrong.
Not mine.
Oh, that one.
This one is.
I don't know taste to be honest. It kind of sucks.
Asia, do you have biceps? Deltoid. Super fanatic.
You are.
Terrace minor.
You got one bomb going on? What's this one?
Round board major.
I don't have it.
Give my money for the team.
My name's Liam.
Oh, that makes sense.
Subscapularis.
Forgot to tell you about those two.
Don't worry. So do you know Master Nosovich? Me and Owen Kreshwitz, since we sat right there beside each other.
That's just Miss Mercy.
We would do this out of our class, but whenever she had like a quiz or
There we go.
I typed in his name, and then me and him would always go talk to, and she'd ask us, she'd be like, oh, nice, you two talk
Wait,
to.
what did it say for my key?
Triceps brachii.
It was on the bears.
Spectra.
It is the same.
What did they give you?
What's that one?
Oh, really? My bad.
All good, buddy. Just carry us to the quick tub.
Triceps brachii. Terrace make.
I don't know what you said. Just in
I think I have that. Subscapularis. What's this Miss Mercy? I think it's core. Yeah. In Conan.
What?
I think it's like, where does the one you have?
Nice.
Is that it?
All right,
I don't-
let's do this. Oh, there's my new puppy, sorry. Okay, so just a reminder, everyone, I actually have a new student in my other class, but I posted these two things again, Muscle List 2020 and then the iPad pictures. I'm going to start to go over the last set of muscles, starting with the butt. And I don't know, my air server is not working. So I do have a hard copy list of that if anybody wants it. Okay, good, great. And so you can follow along if you like. If you want to draw these, some people have like gone from like not doing that on their cami to doing that on their cami. Okay, anybody else hard copy? Okay, cool, hard copy. Anybody else? Okay. All right, so this one's a little bit bigger. Okay, I don't know. I could total them up, but I want you to look at this, just the list itself here. Okay, and I could pull this up real quickly. Oh no, I can't actually. But the list, if you want to follow along, they're on Google Classroom. It's not too bad because some of the terms are going to be repeated, like gluteus maximus, gluteus medius, gluteus minimus. Okay, those kinds of words are like, okay, that's not too bad. Then I've got things like vastus medialis, vastus intermedius, and vastus lateralis. Okay, these last two tests are big time muscles that we use when we're working out, when we're doing a variety of exercises and things that you probably you've known these at some point in your life. Okay, so if you don't know where the gluteus maximus is right here, well, there it is, right? The nice big one. Okay, it's got a lot of origins. Okay, and a few insertions. It's a big muscle. You could ask Mackenzie. She had to memorize all that stuff. You did a great job, though. Yeah, on the origin and insertion. But there it is by itself. Okay, notice it's right there, kind of on that iliotibial tract on the lateral portion of the femur, and almost up to that sacrum area. Okay, but you probably didn't know that there are actually more than one glute muscle. Okay, so there's the gluteus maximus. Now watch what happens when I remove this layer. I'm going to remove another layer, and boom, all of a sudden I've got tons of muscles under there. So remember when we watched the hip surgery? When we watched that hip surgery, and we'll watch some more of this semester. You're going to watch a guy unfortunately die during a gallbladder surgery. It's a doozy, and we'll watch some pretty good. There's my favorite though that we're gonna watch this semester is this lung transplant and how they make the lung. Oh, it's gonna blow your mind. All right, so here's the gluteus medius. Now that's like MEDIUS, not medius. Right, it's really bad jokes, right? Meaty, horrible. Okay, so you can see that the gluteus medius by itself, okay, is mostly on that ilium. Okay, you can see the ilium and then inserting there into the greater trochanter of the femur. Okay, so there's the gluteus medius. Okay, this one right here. Okay, the maximus is on top, the medius is below that. And if I remove one more layer, you could see that this little guy is the gluteus minimus. Okay, again, inserts into the greater trochanter of the femur and would be on that ilium of the hip. Okay, so gluteus maximus, gluteus medius, gluteus minimus. But look at this. Check this out. You know this muscle right there. That's the superficial transverse perineal muscle. Okay, and as we look at all these other little guys in here, there's the iliococcygeus. Okay, then right next to that would be the coccygeus. Okay, and notice over here on the side, obturator internus, and we don't do the superior gemellus. All right, so those are your butt muscles. All right, now let's go up to the upper leg. Okay, and if you know, do I need to add another layer there? I think I'm good. All right, so most people know the hamstrings, right? Okay, the hammies in the back. Okay, I once talked to Waddy about my hamstrings. I can't, this is ridiculous, but I can't touch my toes. Every year I say to myself, okay, I'm gonna like get it and I'm gonna stick with it. So I'll get it, touch my toes, and then it goes away. I need your help. Please, if somebody in here, maybe multiple people could ask me every single day, can you touch your toes yet? Okay, I would appreciate that wholeheartedly because I need to like work on that. But I asked Waddy, I was like, man, I can't touch my toes. This is so stupid. I wish I could touch my toes. And he's like, you'd be surprised the number of high school athletes who cannot touch their toes. Okay, which you would think. Now I hate you for that. I really do. You can't even, yeah. I know. I wish I could. I need it. By the way, I don't know if we can do this with COVID. Did you guys know that like back in the day, we used to have a yoga instructor come in once a week here in my room. We'd take all the desks and move them out. And we had all these, like, actually, I think there's still some leftover yoga mats right there by Michael Reagan. Okay. He's not paying attention. Okay. But she'd come in and she'd lead it. And it was awesome. Like I've done yoga on like videos and it's cool. But like when you have like a person, you guys ever done like yoga with a person like that's trained?
For gym class.
Yeah,
That's been trained? Was it Susan Matter?
I think it was. I don't know. It was like a 1 or 2 day thing.
Oh man, it's life changing. It was like so, and then we'd like afterwards we relax. Aggressive yoga? What's that?
A guy, it was a video, but like the guy was like super aggressive about it and he yelled at you. And when you did the stretches, he'd say you'd like have to bounce into the stretches to go deeper instead of just like leaning into it.
Yeah.
He was like bounce and like, yeah.
See, Hannah loves the beach body stuff.
Hey, cut
Or
Hannah-
those feet gloves.
What? Oh.
Feet gloves.
One thing that now this is interesting, I never realized this, but as I was doing some research, that if you want to loosen up your hamstrings a little bit more, then take a ball, like a tennis ball or a rubber ball like this, and rub it on the bottom of your foot, right? If you're rubbing it on the bottom of your foot, then that will loosen up your hamstrings. Your mom probably does some of this stuff, right? Okay, ask her for some more hints on how I can get to touch my, I mean, I know it's practice, but like, you know, I get to about this point, it's all in those hamstrings, right? So what are your, Does it burn? Yeah, a little bit, you know, not like, "Oh," you know, but yeah, there's a little bit of a burn there.
Just keep it there.
Oh, yeah. I know.
Muscles there.
Yeah, right. All right, so I want to make a little reference here, so I need everybody to look at this, okay? So this would be, if you notice the top, it says left leg, and I can't remember on your picture if it's the left leg or the right leg. Has anybody pulled up those pictures? Does your picture look like my picture? Okay, it does, so it's left leg. Does it say L2 at the top? What? Cuts out that part, but it looks like this picture. Okay, all right, so remember, I'm on the posterior side. Okay, so I'm going to draw a nut sack there. Okay, you all with me on this? Okay, that'll just allow you to remember where this, because you'll see why in a second.
But why a nut
Okay, I don't know.
sack? Look like a W.
Well, it is a W, but
Right, so why'd you have to call it?
because I wanted to make sure that you knew there's where the wiener goes. Okay, is that helpful?
That's where the wiener
Is that
goes?
more helpful? Okay, all right. All right, so, okay, but look, so this is medial, this is lateral, right? Y'all with me on this? Okay, so if this is where I'm gonna draw this again just for you, Madison. Okay, there's a smaller one. Okay, and then and then there's boring.
I said, oh, Lord.
Oh, I thought you said boring, small one, boring. What's happening here? All right. All right, now look, the reason why I did that is because when we look at these muscles here, okay, that's the adductor magnus. I'm not as concerned with that, okay, yet. Okay, I'm concerned with this one, the semitendinosus, the semimembranosus, and the biceps femoris, okay? Now, people always ask me like, okay, how do you remember, okay, there's my weird wiener again, okay? How do I remember which is which? This is, I know. That's medial. This is lateral, okay? This is the bicep femoris, okay? This is the semitendinosus, and this is the semimembranosus, okay? So when you're typically thinking about the hamstrings, you're thinking about that bicep femoris and that semitendinosus, but the semimembranosus is in there as well. This is shooting more towards like the upper groin area, okay, of that. But sometimes they call a wiener a member, like in news stories, like Lorena Bobbitt cut off her husband's member, you know, that kind of thing. So remember this, if this is the member, it's closest to the semimembranosus. I know it's ridiculous, but that's how I always remember it, because I get them confused. They're two very, you know, semitendinosus, membranosus, how the heck am I supposed to tell the difference between those two muscles there? Okay, so again, posterior side, here's the butt, here's the member, semimembranosus, semitendinosus, biceps femoris. Okay, all of those are part of those hamstring muscles. And please, I would appreciate it if you could help me with that. All right, now watch. I'm going to get rid of these guys. Okay, I'm going to get rid of, look how big, and this is crazy. Look how big that semimembranosus is. Okay, it's much, much bigger than what you think. Okay, now I'm going to remove that layer, and now I've got this giant muscle. Look how big this is. Okay, I'm going to outline it here for you. It is huge. That's the adductor magnus. Let me put this back here to show you what that looks like by itself. Okay, so I forgot the quadratus femoris. We'll get that here in a second. Okay, here it is, the adductor magnus. What do you think the adductor magnus is going to do? Yeah, it's going to adduct, right? So do you remember our move here? We got abduction, ABD, right? Adduction, ABD. Okay, now in the coloring book, do you have your coloring book with you? Yeah, I want to see it. Because there was this really ridiculous picture back in the day. Oh, there was something else I wanted to tell you about. Turn to page, I don't know if it's the same page. 63. 63. Go back. back to back, one back.
Yeah.
It's like the most ridiculous picture. All right. So this is this picture is just ridiculous. It's got this woman like riding a horse. And it's like, I know. Hey, that reminds me, I gotta tell you this. So in today's muscle group, okay, not the ones I'm going over right now, but the ones for the test on Friday. There was always something funny that made me laugh in this section about the rotator cuff. Okay, so the rotator cuff is that supraspinatus, the infraspinatus, and teres major, not teres minor, because it doesn't go up to the shoulder. Okay, and subscapularis. That's your rotator cuff, because they're all headed to that greater and lesser tubercle of the humerus. But listen to this. It's always cracking me up. The shoulder joint and the supraspinatus muscle tendon are subject to early degeneration from overuse. The problem is generally one of impingement. Okay, that's chronic physical contact and friction between the acromion, the coracoacromial ligament, and the distal clavicle, and the tendon of the supraspinatus. Those with downturn acromion or previously dislocated offset acromioclavicular joint are especially vulnerable to impingement. Okay, but this is the funniest part. All overhead activities, such as those of professional drapery hangers, ceiling plasterers, and baseball pitchers, and acromial loading, such as hose-carrying firemen, those carrying heavy purses by straps over the shoulder, such as mail delivery persons, okay, will have problems with the musculocutaneous or rotator cuff. It always cracked me up with the professional drapery hangers. I want to see if yours says that too. Like a 55. It got it. That's ridiculous.
Wow, that's a waste of money.
Nobody asked you.
So you go there and you can
Well, because by the time I get off work, I'll get over it, or I'll eat it. I'm like, wow. Alicia, keep your yes,
All right, let me go through. Thanks for sticking with me. Let's go through a couple more of these. So the other one on this picture is the quadratus femoris. Okay, remember quad is a four-sided muscle. So when we look at the quadratus femoris by itself, there it is, four sides. Notice it's going from the ischium over to between the greater and lesser trochanter there of the femur, and it's also going to help with that lateral rotation of the hip. So a muscle that you're like, oh, that doesn't seem like it's going to do much because it's just such a tiny little one. It's pretty important. Okay, so so now let's go up to the pelvis. I'm going to flip this around and let's remove a couple layers here. Does your next picture look like this? No? Is it on one leg?
It just keeps on going down.
Yeah, I got the obturator internus, but oh, the same picture that I was on? Thanks. Oh, I was on the left leg, right? Oh my gosh. Why is it not letting me click on this leg?
is the left leg.
Yeah, right. But I think I was on the right leg, wasn't I?
No.
No, because I was on the back, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, you were
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the
yeah,
left.
yeah. Thanks.
Yeah. I was gonna say, look at him from behind. too.
Yeah, right. Oh.
I was gonna space my big 5-star one.
So is it this? Okay, cool. All right. So remember, we've got this nice hole there. What was that hole called? Obturator foramen, right? So that's the obturator foramen. And if we look at where that muscle's going, obviously we've got the obturator externus because it's going out of that. We did the obturator internus before, but this is the obturator externus. It's going to also help adduct and externally rotate that hip joint. Okay, but notice again, this is another muscle that's inserted into the greater trochanter of the hip. Okay, and then next to that is the adductor brevis. Okay, so adductor magnus was a giant muscle that went down here like this. I've removed that muscle to reveal the adductor brevis, and again, that will be a muscle that will help adduct your leg. All right, now does the next picture look like this? Maybe a little bit like to the side. All right, when people talk about like a groin injury, right? If you've ever had a groin injury, and I know there's probably a lot of good jokes there, but I mean, like it's painful, right? I mean, like, yeah, see some head shaking there. And it's not just like, we're not talking about like, you know, your crotch area, right? We're talking about all these muscles, and look where they're going. Okay, this is the pubic bone, right? Here's the femur, here's the greater trochanter. These muscles are all on the interior part of your leg. Okay, y'all with me in that interior part. Okay, but I want you to all look at this because what I've got here is I've got muscles on top of it. Okay, so I want you to get a perspective. Okay, so this is all the muscles on top. So if I was touching my leg right now, okay, I would be basically holding these muscles right here. Okay, this and this is not a part of the quad. This is your quad. Okay, right? So that upper thigh is your quad. Does everybody know that? You've all heard that before. The upper thigh is the quad. But then you've got these outer ones. Who's my runners in here? Runners? Any runners in here? No runners? Okay, you're a runner? Okay, cool. Okay, you guys ever heard the IT band? That IT band, that iliotibial tract, that's this giant thing that's going all the way up from the ilium down to the tibia, and it's got a little muscle here that's attached to it, okay? And we'll get to that one in a minute. Then you've got this giant muscle, it's the longest muscle of the body. It's kind of swinging from your ilium down into your inner tibia, okay? We'll get to that in a minute. But so I'm going to remove those. Remove my quads. There goes my quads. And boom, these are those muscles of your groin. Okay? Let's stop right there. Thanks for sticking with me. I know it's not the most exciting thing, but hopefully it makes you think a little bit about some of this stuff.
David. At Parkview, we were
Yes.
talking about hamstrings, and they had me spin around 3 times in a circle, and I was able to touch them.
Really?
Try it.
Okay, wait. Spin around like how?
Just like in a circle 3 times.
Like this? 1, 2, 3.
And then touch it.
No.
Finally got it.
That's weird.
So weird. I don't know.
I thought
why.
that was going to be like one of those like TikTok things where you put your hand up and your arm's longer than the other. I really touched him.
Yeah.
I didn't even cheat.
Try it again.
Do
Can
it
you
again,
do
make
it
sure it's
once?
not fluke.
I don't know.
1, 2, 3.
Got it again.
I got it again.
You did it.
Yeah, finally figured it out.
Are you going to make a TikTok of that?
No. Keep taking the video.
Awesome. Send me that for proof. I want to look at my form. Oh crap. I forgot to tell you. I bought a thing to look inside my ear,
Wait, just scoop it out.
to scoop it out,
Dude,
and
I wanted that.
I did it last night, and it was freaky. I brought it to school.
Was it
I'll show you
awesome?
tomorrow.
Was it
Oh,
awesome?
it's scary.
Did you get it off Amazon?
I
Is
did,
it worth it?
100%.
How much?
Okay, because honestly, I might get one.
And it hooks up to your phone. There's an app.
Yeah, and
You
you
look
can watch
at
it.
it. Hannah was freaking
That
out.
sounds awesome.
But like my ear, I think I still have some stuff in there. Like it's like
You're better than me. I'm getting it.
it's amazing.
It's so much action, and I just gonna be really mad at it. Show me stop spending money.
How do you
It's
do
fun.
Oh.
I think the same as my kid. No, I break my name. I posted it on the screen. I worked it out.
On my screen?
On my YouTube.
What's that mean?
Or like on my friend's story.
Thank you very much.
I have like 20 different friends.
Hey, Keith's a good shit.
Yep.
Tell him it's Clay Littles.
Okay.
Thanks. From like way back in the day.